Alright, thank you for joining. Today we're going to take a look at Cardano, ADA, USDT on the Binance chart. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like the bull market has officially begun. We've had a very nice impulse from the lows this week. We have an 80% pump on this candle alone. And the week will be coming to an end in about 1 hour and 36 minutes. So an 80% pump with one candle in 1 week. If that's not signs of the bull run is pretty much here, then I don't know what is. So like I was saying before, overall targets to the previous all-time high brings you at around 745% gains. We are currently rejecting from the quarterly open, monthly open, and weekly open. So strong confluence level here. If we go down to the daily time frame or even the 4 hour, you'll see we wicked up, tapped it. Let's go down to the 30-minute. Tapped it, got rejected, and we started to reject a little bit more, mainly just because Bitcoin is also rejecting as well. Excuse me. So with that being said, as you can see here, let's go to the Bitcoin chart. We made a new all-time high, right, in the previous 30 minutes here since recording this video. I'm actually going to go ahead and delete this. And we just keep on pumping. There's nothing seeming to stop Bitcoin from just going parabolic, right? I believe if this continues all through next week, at this rate, we would be hitting 100K by the end of next week, if it continues to pump at this rate, right? So, you know, we went from, let's see here, today's Sunday, so from last Sunday, we were trading at 67,000. So we went up $14,000 in 1 week, right? So if that was to happen again, right, give or take, 91, you'd be about 95,000, just shy of 100,000. But if we get a little bit more bullish push, because there's going to be more FOMO every single week, yeah, there's nothing stopping me from believing maybe by next weekend we can hit 100,000 for one Bitcoin, which means the rest of the market, like Ethereum, which now hit a weekly high, yearly high, I believe. No, not yearly high, but weekly high. We just keep on pumping, right? The next major resistance for Ethereum is at $3,400. And that just leads us to next, we have Cardano. So with Cardano pumping like this, do I expect a little bit of a retracement? Maybe, but with the market being so bullish, look at this. Look at the daily candles here. This is one of the most bullish candles you ever see. Open, barely even came down. You barely have a selling tail. Comes up and closes almost at the exact high of this day, and it pretty much just continues all the way up. So in my opinion, make sure you are securing, or not securing, but actually, yeah, I mean, it's never bad to secure profits, but what I'm really trying to say is make sure you have the projects that you have strong opinions about. Make sure you have those bags picked out, selected, and you are basically planning for when to start to take profits, right? Not anytime soon, obviously, in my opinion. I think by next spring is when you should really be thinking about it, right? In 2021, everything kind of started to go crazy. As you can see, November, December, January, February, March, April. By spring, you got the first major correction before another impulse up by the end of summer. So it should play out very similar. So by the mid to end of summer next year, 2025, we should start to see some sort of correction. So how high these prices will go pretty much in the next year, only time could tell. So at this moment, there isn't really much to really be said besides we are at strong resistance. I'm expecting higher prices to come. If we do get some sort of a massive sell-off, let's see here. If we go ahead and pull this fixed range volume profile for this upper range right here. Right, so value area low of this range, you can see we tested it, failed, tested it, failed, tried to come up to that area again, failed, and then sold off. So clearly right here, this zone It's a pretty strong zone when it comes to support and resistance. So if we do come down and tap this level, 50 cents, psychological number, that's really where I would be looking to add to any longs, to then take it up to these highs, which is around 80 cents. So if we do come down to this 50-cent range, 80 cents, 60% gain from that level. And then, yeah, once you get accepted into this value area low, in my opinion, all right, once you get accepted into that value area low, then I would be then targeting the value area high of that range, which is $1.82. So if we get accepted, which I believe we will, that's 100% from the 50-cent level. Value area highs, 267% from the 50-cent mark. All right, so keep an eye on ADA. It's been actually one of the most strongest performing altcoins so far this week. I don't really know any other altcoins besides some meme coins that's been pumping 80% in the previous week, right? So even if I go down the list here, 34 for IOs, Aptos 33%, Arbitrum 30%, Arkham 33%, Cosmos 32%, AVAX 36%. Yeah, so it just goes on and on until you start getting to some of the meme coins, and that's still around 30 for Brett. I think Dogecoin went crazy. Yeah, Dogecoin is probably one of the only other projects that's pumped that matches Cardano, right? And a lot of people thought Cardano was dead. I think when you listen to what Charles is talking about, he's really one of the only, I guess, CEOs and founders of a major altcoin that's sticking to its core values. And it's probably one of the only projects, what I could say is a true crypto project in terms of being decentralized and cannot be controlled by the mainstream financial investors, right? So that's a pretty strong narrative, and I think at the end of the day, even though it had a really weak past year in performance, I think Cardano is still going to perform very well. I think it's going to be a project that's been slept on. You have a lot of people out here which have a lot of Cardano in their bags, and I don't think that's a bad move. I think it's just a project that people are underestimating this bull run, and I think it's going to most likely blow some faces away. I think it's going to go past the $3 mark. I really do. I think we're probably going to aim to at least get, let's see here, let's just say we did like a 1-to-1 to the bottom here. Let's just see. Yeah, I would assume at least just shy of $6, right? At the very least. And if that happens, you're talking a 15x from the 50-cent range, or a 8x from where we currently are. So you see how these, just a little bit of a price difference. So from getting in at around 59 cents, that's the difference. From 59 cents to where I think it could probably go, that's let's just say 900%, right? 9x. If price goes down to 50 cents, so if it drops down 9 cents, that's the difference of an extra 100% gain. Where did I see that? Why was it at 1500 before? I think I drew it to this line. That's probably why. Yeah. So to the 50 cents. So it's that little 9-cent move difference could possibly net you an extra 100%, right? Gain on your position. So anyway, I think Cardano is going to blow faces off. Very bullish on this project. Next levels to really keep an eye on would be, let's see here, like I said, this value area low coming in at around 90 cents. Once we start to reclaim and trade above the 65-cent range, you're aiming for 90 cents. And if that is reclaimed, then yes, $1.80 is the new target. And of course, once that level is claimed, just like you see here, right? So price blew above, back tested this zone, right? So price back tested here, resistance, flip to support, impulse higher to $3.10. So we're just trying to follow the same exact thing here. Once price trades above $1, one more time I'll say it, we break through this point of control. Look at the massive amount of volume here. So this is going to be a very strong resistance, right? If we start breaking above that, we need to flip $1.80 into support. Then we aim for $3. And once that's broken, we're off to the races looking for that $6 target, all right? $5.75, give or take. So that's it with Cardano. A little bit of a rejection happening right now, obviously, just because Bitcoin is also rejecting. Yeah, so thank you for joining. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below of any project you would like to see me chart. Potential 10x, 8 to 10x for Cardano here, right? And yeah, don't forget to follow me on X. I do post updates on there pretty frequently, as you can see. Toncoin also breaking out, just a little heads up on that too as well. So and it back tested it perfectly. So this is another coin to really keep an eye on, Toncoin. I think this is going to go crazy. You know, this is the founder of Telegram basically is leading the charge on this project. So broke out, look at this massive downtrend, finally broke out, had a very nice back test, almost perfect actually, pretty much perfect. Look at the back test of the channel. It doesn't get any more beautiful than that, right? And what coins are in the Ton ecosystem? Keep an eye on Not coin, right? Let's go ahead and turn all these off. Not coin is in that ecosystem, as you can see. Massive downtrend as well. Pretty much breaking out, not the cleanest line, but whatever. As you can see, pretty much breaking out there. All right, that's a breakout for sure. That's a breakout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 breakout. Keep an eye on Not coin too as well. That's probably going to go extremely crazy very soon. And then last but not least, dogs, right? This is also on the Ton ecosystem. Massive rejection here, as I charted out before. Weekly level rejection, daily level rejection and weekly level. So strong confluence. And I believe that might have been the 0.75 retracement level. Look at that. So very strong resistance there. That would have been a very nice short to get into once you start seeing these one-time framing ending, right? So struggle, 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 break above, test another level above, comes back below, one-time framing broke. VWAP is holding it as resistance. Yeah, but if you were really a sniper, you would have probably ended up trying to short it once you've seen this wick above. Didn't get the close below, but you got this bearish close, right? Engulfs the entire move of the previous wick, closes below the weekly level, 0.75, after touching the daily level and weekly level, and price just broke down. This anchored VWAP is pulled from the lows as well, so just something to keep in mind. I should put this right here. So I put an alert on this because I believe once that is tapped, we're going to get another move to the upside. But once again, that is support. As you can see, right? Support, support, failed, resistance, flip back into support. And then what comes next? You know, typically if price continues to come down a little bit more, then we go up, right? So dogs, Toncoin ecosystem, Not coin, keep an eye on those. I believe they're going to be very bullish in this week pretty much. This week should have a very bullish week for these two projects. Yeah, maybe I'll do a separate video about dogs soon, but once again, thank you for joining. Yeah, like and subscribe. Cardano is looking extremely strong and extremely bullish. Thank you for watching once again, and take care.